right, folks, good evening. This is G4 Journeys, call sign Kilo Foxtrot 0 Kilo Kilo Charlie, back with you here. Earlier this weekend, I installed an 80-meter Skyloop antenna in the backyard at the QTH, and I wanted to get some audio here recorded for you all and streaming on exactly how that is sounding now that it's been installed, and we are live with it. So we are actually listening in right now to a station in Italy, and I'm going to flip back and forth for you between the vertical antenna and the new 80-meter Skyloop that was just installed. That's 287 feet of a wire antenna that I installed up in the treetops, which the installation took a little bit. There's a video. I'm going to link to that here. I've got part one up. This will actually end up being incorporated in part two, but I'm just going to be quiet for a minute so we can listen to the station in Italy. I've already logged contact with them and had a short video on that, but we're going to listen to Italy, and this is on the 80-meter Skyloop. I hope we didn't miss them. They were on earlier here, and there's a contest in Italy right now, and so we'll see. Maybe they just stepped away for a moment, but the reception was pretty amazing earlier, and so I'm hopeful they'll come back, because it's a phenomenal example of the difference, at least in the receive, between the two antennas. And there are two stations that are contesting together that are co-oping with each other. So one of the two stations I could hear really well. The other station I couldn't hear at all. And I'm not quite sure why that difference is, but I think that's partly what's going on here. Okay, so this is audio on antenna 2, which is the Skyloop. Now I'm going to switch back over to my vertical. The noise floor just jumped up about 3 S units on the meter. 3 S units on the meter. Let me just S units. The noise floor just jumped about 3 S units on the meter on the radio, and I can tell there's a voice there. I can't really understand though what they're saying at all. Now I'm going to switch back over to antenna 2. It's a tremendous and immediate difference. Really phenomenal. I'm impressed. The trees here at the QTH that the wire is running through, my guess is they're probably at least 45 feet up in the air. We installed it with a big shot slingshot with a throwing weight and some waxed paracord, basically. that makes it smooth and slides through the trees rather easily. So I don't have an ideal installation for this. It is in a triangular kind of shape. it's really it's really not even a good triangle, and it's certainly not an equilateral triangle. The sides of the triangle are nowhere near equidistant, and the wire kind of goes up and down and back up uh, across the backyard, and the neighbor has a big pole barn behind me, and so avoiding metal objects is just not an option here, really. And so, all things considered, I'm just incredibly impressed. I'll be quiet. I'll turn the radio back up in a moment. Here, it looks like they've gone a little quiet right now. Perhaps that second station is transmitting again, but it's just a unbelievable system. I do have also I added a filter inside the house after the wire comes in to help eliminate any common mode interference that might be coming along the shielding of the coax. I did read quite a bit that that was recommended, and so we went ahead and did that to make sure that we wouldn't have any problems with the feed line actually becoming part of the antenna and carrying or picking up additional noise and bringing that into the shack. So those things together seem to be working quite well. Again, I'm going to be quiet for just a minute here. We'll turn the radio back up. We'll listen. We're on the Skyloop right now, and we'll switch back over to the vertical in a minute.
Lorenzo, allora con te le novità dall'isola delle Mole, quali sono? Infatti. Va bene Gennaro, questa è la situazione, io adesso mi sposto, magari vado poi 20 metri, oppure vado poi.
Okay, and then we switch over. And our noise floor went from an S1 to an S5. S1, 1 to S5. Unreal. And you can't hear anything at all. You wouldn't even know that there's a station there, to be honest, right now. We'll switch back over. So, not always the easiest to hear, depending on which of those two Italian stations is transmitting again. But that's a 40 meter, 7.18 megahertz, and pretty phenomenal. Really is exceeding my expectations for what we might have been able to accomplish. So, again, this is G4 Journeys, call sign Kilo Foxtrot 0 Kilo Kilo Charlie, based just outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and listening to some long distance DX with Italy.
Gennaro, prendiamo quello che viene, oppure prendiamo qualche pasta da te, voilà, ci sei? Sì, va bene, saluto allora, com'è il tempo? Qui è grigio stamattina, è nebbia alta ma è grigio, 5 gradi.
All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and call it a night. It is coming up on 1 a.m. Central Time, getting to be rather late. Not a lot of traffic. Band seems to be perhaps fading just a bit. It's not coming in as clearly as what we were picking up previously. So, anyway, want to thank you all again for hanging out with us tonight, and keep in touch. Post your thoughts, your comments in the comments section. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Lets me know that we should keep doing the things that we're doing. And I would just wish you all a pleasant evening. Have a great week. This is KF0KKC, clear.